It is a chilling glimpse into the future. Astronomers have spotted a red giant, a dying star, similar in mass to our own. Located 530 light-years from Earth in the constellation of Grus, the Crane, the remarkable image shows our own sun's fate in around 5 billion years. What will happen on Earth? 5 billion years from now, the Sun will have grown into a red giant star, more than 100 times larger than its current size. While this metamorphosis into the giant star will change the solar system, scientists are unsure what will happen to the third rock from the Sun. We already know that our Sun will be bigger and brighter, so that it will probably destroy any form of life on our planet. But whether the Earth's rocky core will survive is uncertain. At the end of its evolution, 7 billion years from now, the Sun will become a tiny white dwarf star. It is the first time astronomers, who used ESO's Very Large Telescope, have directly observed granulation patterns on the surface of a star outside the solar system. The aging red giant known as Pi-1 Gruis is covered in convective cells that make up the surface of this huge star, which has 350 times the diameter of the Sun. Each cell covers more than a quarter of the star's diameter and measures about 120 million kilometers across. Just one of these granules would extend from the Sun to beyond Venus.By comparison. Our Sun's photosphere contains about 2 million convective cells, with typical diameters of just 1,500 kilometers. These new results are being published this week in the journal Nature.Located. 530 light-years from Earth in the constellation of Grus, the Crane, Pi-1 Gruis is a cool red giant. It has about the same mass as our Sun, but is 350 times larger and several thousand times as bright. Our Sun will swell to become a similar red giant star in about 5 billion years. An international team of astronomers led by Claudia Paladini, ESO, used the Pioneer instrument on ESO's Very Large Telescope to observe Pi-1 Gruis in greater detail than ever before. The surfaces, known as photospheres, of many giant stars are obscured by dust, which hinders observations. When Pi-1 Gruis ran out of hydrogen to burn long ago, this ancient star ceased the first stage of its nuclear fusion program. It shrank as it ran out of energy, causing it to heat up to over 100 million degrees. These extreme temperatures fueled the star's next phase as it began to fuse helium into heavier atoms such as carbon and oxygen. This intensely hot core then expelled the star's outer layers, causing it to balloon to hundreds of times larger than its original size. The star we see today is a variable red giant. Until now, the surface of one of these stars has never before been imaged in detail. while stars more massive than 8 solar masses end their lives in dramatic supernovae explosions. Less massive stars like this one gradually expel their outer layers, resulting in beautiful planetary nebulae. Recent simulations led by Georgia Tech astrophysics suggest ancient red giant stars may have been subjected to repeated collisions with a massive accretion disk, stripping away much of their mass and causing them to disappear from the Milky Way. Red giant stars may each have orbited through the disk dozens of times, some taking days or even weeks to complete the crossing, losing mass each time. As these stars collided with the disk, they also likely reduced kinetic energy by 20 to 30%, the researchers say. This would have shrunk their orbits and drawn them close to the Milky Way's black hole. And it could have caused them to spin more rapidly. The simulations support the hypothesis that red giants are still there, but they are too dim to be seen.